Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today is another story time and I'm going to be sharing with y'all the story time I stalked this boy. Yeah, I stalked him, but it paid off. So if you want to know what happened, keep on watching. I don't know why I'm always starting these story times not knowing the story. Like, I need to remember before I get on camera, but it's cool. I'm just gonna freestyle like always and remember what I can remember and say what I can say and share what I can share. All right, y'all. So this story took place summertime. I can't remember which exact summer. It was either it couldn't have been my sophomore year. It was my junior year summer. So I was about to be a senior the next year. It was summertime. I had a best friend at the time and we would always hang out. This day, her family was like, we're gonna take y'all to a water park, a water park or whatever. And we're gonna have fun for the day. Let's go, let's get it. We head down to the water park. I'm with her family or whatever. We have a great time at the park, splash, splash here, splash there, cannonball there, cannonball here. We're having fun. It comes time to close, for the water park to close, and we're about to leave, and me and my friend, we're like waiting for her family to everyone get together so we can leave. And then, y'all, I spotted a cutie. Y'all, this time in my life, I was obsessed with chocolate. You gotta say it like that. I was obsessed with chocolate. So y'all, I seen this tall, chocolate, handsome young man. And I was like, hold up, girl. We're gonna have to find a way to stay behind so I can try to get his number real quick before it's time for us to leave. Her family was like, they not about that talking to guys and all of that type stuff, because we was young, we was in high school or whatever. So I had to try to find a little way for us to stay behind so I can talk to him. Once the family got together and we're about to walk out the gate to the water park, I was like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. So me and her stayed behind so we can go to the bathroom. When we go to the bathroom or whatever, I don't know what happened. I don't really remember too much of how I started the conversation with him, but because the boy worked at the water park. So I tried to start a little conversation with him, and I don't really remember what happened, but I don't think he was really feeling me, because I was looking a little busted. I had been swimming all day, the sun had crisped my skin, so I was looking black and ashy, and my hair was all just not looking cute. So I could tell he probably just wasn't really feeling me. He had a little conversation with me, but he wasn't really feeling me or whatever, so I didn't get his number. And that's okay, because I'm not a quitter. So where this water park was located, it was located an hour away from where we stayed. So it's not like I knew he lived anywhere near me. He clearly lived in a different city because the water park was in a different city. But however, I don't know what was up with me back then. I was really just persistent. He was just so fine. I was like, I'm gonna have to get him by all means necessary. As we're trying to leave the water park or whatever, me and him were talking, but all I remember from him was his name, because he had a name tag. Now, he had a basic name, but it was just spelled ghetto. His name was, let's just call him, his name was Xavier, but it was spelled Xaviere. Something stupid like that. It was a basic name, but it was just spelled stupid as hell. So once we left, I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't get his number. I really liked that boy. He was so fine to me. How am I ever gonna see him again? How am I ever gonna get in touch with him again? And I was like, you know what, forget this. I'm gonna just look him up on Facebook like I do everyone, and that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna find him, message him, and we're gonna live happily ever after. So we get home and I'm trying to look him up on Facebook, and I cannot remember for the life of me how to spell this boy's name. I remember his name clearly, but I cannot remember how to spell it because it was just spelled so stupid. It doesn't stop, y'all. Months go by And I occasionally just always go back on Facebook and like try to type his name, different variations. Still no luck. Months go by again. It's about the end of my senior year now, because I was a junior, remember. So the summer went by, the school year went by, and I still remember this boy. I'm going online on Facebook, and I'm steady trying to spell his name different ways because I'm gonna find him. I know he's out there. So finally, one day I looked up. I spelled this boy's name completely stupid, just threw in some letters, and I found him on Facebook. And I was just like, yes. I was just so happy. So I found him on Facebook. Of course, I hit that add friend, and I waited for him to accept me. It took him about maybe a month or two to accept me. And once he accepted me, I didn't stop there. I looked through his pictures. I'm like, let me look for him maybe in his work uniform, make sure this is him. Although I pretty much knew it was him, because whose else name is that and whose else name is spelt like that? So I was just like, yeah. So now we've been friends for a few months, about a month on Facebook, and I haven't messaged him. I haven't done anything like that because I feel like this was just last summer. You may remember me. If I just message you after I just added you and we clearly live in two separate cities, you're gonna be like, who is this girl, you know? So I tried to play it cool, you know, like a few pictures, you know, like a few pictures here and there. And you know, just try to be subtle about it. So one day he like messaged me like on Facebook out of nowhere. My instant messenger pops up and it's him. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this boy just messaged me. Because of course my pictures online look good versus how I was looking that day at the water park, looking washed up. I start messaging him back and we're just talking like just very basic about nothing much. And we keep messaging each other for about a day or two, and then we exchange numbers. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm calling my friend like, girl, you not gonna believe who I'm talking to. She's like, who? You know, who could this be? When I told her that I've been searching this boy for months on Facebook, typing his name in different variations, I've done finally found him, added him on Facebook, and now I've been liking his pictures and he's messaged me. She was just like, you crazy. You crazy. Been a year and you still remember that boy's name off his name tag? So I was like, yeah, whatever. Forget all of that. This is what it is. I'm talking to him right now. We're texting each other on the phone. So now at this point, when we started texting each other, this has been a whole year. This is now summertime after I graduated high school. So this was a lot of persistence, y'all. We're texting and he's like, yeah, well, maybe we should hang out. Maybe you should come see me. He told me where he lived, and he didn't live quite that far like I thought he did. He lived maybe about 30 minutes away, and the water park was maybe 30 more minutes away from his house. So the water park was an hour from me, but where he stayed was like 30 minutes from me. So I was like, yeah, I could make that drive. Definitely. I mean, this is what I've been waiting for over a year. Little do you know. I drive 30 minutes out of town to go see this boy. And when I see him, he wasn't as tall as I thought he was. I was just younger back then, because it was like, I was like 16. And anybody was pretty much cute to me back then. He wasn't as tall as I thought he was. He was actually short. He was still dark skinned. He had braces, which I didn't know he had braces. So it was a little different than what I expected, but I was like, whatever. I've worked this hard. I'm gonna go through with, you know, hanging out with him today because I worked for this. So we hung out, like we just went to go get like some, I don't know, like some fast food or whatever. And we came back to his house and we just ate and chilled or whatever. So we're chilling in his house or whatever. We're just talking, like trying to get to know each other. Little does he know, I already know about him. I already know pretty much everything I need to know because I've been following you for about a year now. So anyways, we're talking or whatever, getting to know each other. We started making out. It was straight. I mean, it was, you know, for me, it was like I won something. I felt like I put all my hard work into this. I felt like I just worked hard for something, and now I'm getting what I asked for. I'm getting what I worked for. And that was a great feeling. It was. So we made out or whatever, and that's all we did. After we pretty much started kissing and stuff like that, it didn't really go any further than that, just because it wasn't, like, I didn't feel it that strong, and I don't think he did either. Well, who knows, but it wasn't any more like interest on my end, just because once I kind of seen him again, it was just like, nah, this ain't really what I want, but I'm glad it happened because it is what I did want, you know. After that, I pretty much left. And we still text for a few more weeks or so after that, but it pretty much died off just because it wasn't pretty much any interest there. He just wasn't my type anymore, but I did put up a fight for him. So y'all, moral of this story time is, if you see a guy you like, follow him, see where he's going, get to know him. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch y'all on my next video.